B. Frank Network.
Welcome to another very special episode. You guys heard it at the tail end of the last one. Brendan Sagalow!
Thank
Hello,
you very
welcome
much.
back.
How are you? I'm convinced you don't know how to say my name correctly.
Brendan Sagalow.
That was close. That was close.
Brandon
No, Brendan. You got Brendan right.
Sagalow.
Yeah, that's it. Now it's it.
Did I not say it right?
Well, when I came into Anthony and Julia, see, now I'm fucked up. Yeah. You're like, oh, it's Brendan Sagalow.
You know why? Because she did this whole
and then when you did it
Solomon
again, I'm like, oh, I'm
O-O-Os.
convinced you don't know it, huh?
Maybe. Most people call me like the Mara or... and
What is
then
it, Mara?
It's Mara Merrick.
Wow, I call
Yeah.
you Mara.
I know. See? You didn't even know my first name.
Who
I don't
cares?
care.
No one cares.
I don't care.
I didn't care for the longest time because people call me Brandon. They still do. But I remember being at this like summer camp or whatever, and the guy was like, "What's your name?" The counselor was like, "Brandon or Brendan?" And I went, "Doesn't matter." And he just looked me right in the eye. He got very serious. He was like, "It's your name, man." He's like, "It matters." And I'm like, "Oh my God!" I just started crying.
Yeah, I get that a lot. And then I'm like, sometimes I care. If people that are important in my life get it wrong, then I'm like,
Yeah,
Like
that's
my-
true.
boyfriend currently didn't get my name right and I was like, you're fucking me.
Well,
you know?
how long have you been? That's very true. But also, we could just be having like brain spat. I think people have that sometimes where my last girlfriend, we were fucking for like 3 weeks before I was like, is it, should I say her name? She has like a name and then like a longer name. I'll be like, is it, fuck, I have to say.
Are you still with your girlfriend?
No, I'm not. No,
Okay,
I'm not.
I didn't think so.
I went, is it Jess or Jessica? And she was like, what? She got so mad. She was like, what? She get mad, but she was like, what are you talking about? She's like, it's my name. You know, you've been fucking me for 3 weeks. Jesus
See, that's
Christ.
important.
Yeah, it is important.
That's the
what are you
important
gonna
part.
do? You know what I mean?
And maybe that's why you broke up.
Maybe.
And...
I think that was the tip of the iceberg.
Okay, so your episode is relaunching this week that I had before, but I accidentally deleted it because I went to archive everyone and I accidentally deleted
You deleted
everyone.
mine?
I deleted,
you deleted
everyone's.
everyone's. Wow.
But I'm bringing back only the favorites.
Okay, I'm a
So,
favorite.
Yeah, you were.
I
We
don't
had so
believe
much
you.
fun.
I
Honestly, we had never hung out before,
yeah.
and I was like, "You're a cool, fun
Yeah,
dude."
yeah. I felt that same way. I
Oh,
was like,
cool.
whoa, I'm
Okay.
a cool, fun dude.
And then
Yeah.
I went through the episodes and I was like, "Coming back."
Well, this is always fun just because we have known each other for a long time. So,
I know.
you know, it's fun. And I come to this studio. The amount of podcasts I do where I'm like on Zoom with some fucking dude who is in his basement or something.
Yeah.
And the it's all just awful. So it's nice to be, you
in
know,
person.
I think I'm done doing podcasts where I don't know the person. You know what I
Oh.
mean? Unless it's like this, then because I can't be forcing a conversation for an hour on Zoom. It just doesn't feel with someone I don't know. I fucking hate it.
It's really hard.
It sucks.
Yeah. I had like a gem with this random podcast that I followed at the beginning of the pandemic, and I just really liked him. And I was like, "Would you come on?" And we clicked over Zoom.
Great.
It was, and at the end, I was like, "That's never gonna happen again."
I know, and it never, it
hasn't.
really
It really
never
doesn't.
will.
I know.
It really never will.
Someone wrote me and they were like, "Hey, I'd love to come on your podcast." I could tell that they didn't listen to the show, and they're like, "I'd
Yeah.
love to come on and talk about my breakup and everything." And I was like, "Okay, well, it's like I'm gonna make fun of you."
Yeah,
And they were like, "You're gonna make fun of my tragedy?" I was like, "Yeah."
yeah, probably.
I was like, "So, if you want to come on, then that's what's gonna happen."
Yeah, you do have to give people even podcasts that I go on where I don't know the fucking guys and I have a good time and I'm like, wow, that was really nice and fun and they're very supportive and blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't ever want to do that again. I don't want to do anything. I have zero interest in doing anything that
You're
involves.
making a lot of videos, though.
I'm making tons of videos. You think I enjoy doing that?
The ketchup one was funny.
Yeah, they're all funny.
Well, they're not all funny, but the I was like, yeah, who doesn't put the ketchup in the
Of
fridge?
course. I don't. Who puts the ketchup in the fridge?
Ketchup belongs in the fridge.
I know you're standing up very like, your back is very straight right now just because you think I give a shit. You think I'm going to be like, what? No, fucking, I don't care what you do with your ketchup. If someone put my ketchup in the fridge, I'll go, all right. I don't care. I don't care. It's so funny, too, because we make those videos, and there's a part of us that are like, this is so polarizing, dude. This might get some traction because people are going to be fighting in the comments. And then I'm just like, I personally wouldn't give a shit at all what anyone thinks or does about
That
it.
was the first one that I like really, really connected with, though. I was
Really?
like, yeah. I was like, is this a white person thing?
No, it's not. It's not. Which we wrote and whatever, but even Monroe was like, no, I keep my ketchup in the fridge. And we're like, huh.
Okay, good.
And then Yamanika Saunders commented, and she was like, I keep my thing in the fridge. And I was like, oh, so it's not a white or black thing. We just chose the easiest comedy. We could have done that with just
the
a weirdo.
lowest rung.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just used Monroe as a prop. But he was great. He was actually really funny.
He had good
Yeah.
acting. It didn't seem
Yeah.
like pushed.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't pushed at all.
No.
But it's
It
like, yeah,
seemed very-
we're working, we're trying. I do like doing things.
You haven't gone over to the TikTok scene?
I am on TikTok, but all my videos fail, and I'm not good at it. And now everybody's on Clubhouse, and I'm like, fuck it, I don't care.
What is Clubhouse?
Clubhouse is like it's basically like a speakerphone. It's so funny. It started off as this like, only the elite get on Clubhouse because you needed a recommendation, and then much like the economy, it just fucking fell apart. People were just the influx. There was what is that called? Fuck, come on, economy. Let's go.
What?
Shit.
I don't know where you're going with this.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. But like now everybody's on Clubhouse, and it's fun. It's a fun thing, but it is also one of those things where you're like, oh, another fucking thing that I have to get good at.
But don't you think that Instagram is just gonna take on the good parts of Clubhouse and then
Instagram is a fucking monster when
It's
they
a
do
monster.
that shit. They took the fucking TikTok shit.
yeah.
But I
Well,
don't think
TikTok
people
didn't do it right.
I don't think people use Reels as much as TikTok. That they use
They
TikTok.
actually
They
I
do?
did a social media a whole
Wow.
class by
Class?
I
What, a
know.
master class? Who was that? Bill Gates' master class?
It's like a series of classes that I take all
Yeah.
the time, and they were talking about how reels are so important, and if you're trying to get your brand out there, that you should be doing a minimum of 4 reels a week, but
4?
2 to start out, and then
2?
honestly, my co-host from Muscle Spasms, we put up really dumb ones.
Alicia.
She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She is
when I
much
was-
more
when I-
athletic than I am.
We'll put a little flag in what you're about to say. But when
Yes.
I was talking to her out there, I was drinking my LaCroix, and she goes, give shit and tell her, tell Mara that I said to give you shit. And I went, oh, okay. And really, really cool. I went, what's your name? And she went, I'm Alicia. And I was like, Alicia, cool. And then I took a sip of my seltzer, and she went, what's your name? And in a second, I went like this. I went, Brendan. Just completely ruined everything. Just completely ruined any coolness I had going on just because I had to take a sip of the little crooks.
You have never been smooth.
I think so. I think my smoothness is in my clumsiness. I'm like
okay.
Farley like that.
What are you doing for
Christmas?
getting your dick wet right now?
Oh. Well,
Can you? Because last time you were on, you were still with your girlfriend. But
Yes,
you
I was.
moved away from each other. You guys lived together, and then you moved.
oh
apart.
wow. We gotta update every couple
know.
of
I know.
years.
You need to. Yes.
As long as you keep doing this failing podcast.
Thank you to my sponsor, Best Fiend. Okay.
So yeah, she had moved to Long Island,
Okay.
and I was in Queens.
Yes.
And how was I feeling about it at that time?
You
would
were-
You say?
I think on air you were into it because you thought maybe someone might listen.
Yeah,
but
maybe
off
she'd listen
air,
to it.
You were like,
I want to kill myself.
yeah.
That's very strange. That doesn't seem. Whoa, that doesn't seem like me at all. Pillow fell over here. Is your next guest a ghost? Charles Dickens, everyone. yeah, I wasn't happy, I guess.
Right.
But I was. That's the fucking thing about emotions, dude, is like they're so all over the place. You can't
Yeah.
be like, oh, every moment you have to take presently in that moment. So on air, I was probably like, yeah, I was probably scared she would listen, but
Yeah.
also being like, I want to be a good guy, And then I guess
It's really
thinking
hard for us
about it,
comedians sometimes.
It's hard, man.
It's
It really is hard, especially at that time when the world was open and there were all these, hoes, I would say, coming around the corner, and I'm like, sorry, in a committed relationship with someone who lives 40 minutes away from here.
that you
And
can't get to because you.
yeah, but it was fine. I taught, in therapy, we talked about that a lot, where I was like, oh, but I don't want to go out. At one point, she was living in the Hamptons, and I was like, I don't want to fucking take a 3-hour bus ride
Yeah.
for, and he's like, then you don't like her.
Your
He was-
therapist?
Yeah, he was like, if you really cared for her, that wouldn't bother you. You would do it. And I'm like, yeah, you're fucking right. And after I heard that, there was time in the relationship where I'm like, I was like, let me care about this chick. I took like a whatever, however
Like
long,
you
6
just
months, and I
Talked yourself into
talked
it?
myself into it. So,
Okay.
and the trips with anything,
Mm-hmm.
the amount of time that you're doing it, the more and more you do it, it doesn't bother you. The time just becomes, you find ways to utilize that time. I would write on the train going out to Long Island and all that. And then we just started to fucking drift apart. We just were not, we met when I was 23, and then we were 28, and it's like we're totally different people. You know what I mean? I am also an alcoholic, so I was like getting fucking hammered
Mhm.
and and spending all these nights out and everything, and like just not being a good partner, or not being someone that they should have.
Mm-hmm.
She probably didn't like me. I know I didn't like her anymore. So I was like, I was just like, what the fuck are we doing? One time I got home, we had this big fight about something, and it was this huge fucking fight where, I was like threatening to like break up with her. I was like, and it just was so angry, and it was like such a huge blowout fight. And then that weekend I had to go to, I didn't have to go, but my buddy was having a big party. He turned 30, so he was
Mhm.
like, there's a big party. Now, if I gave a shit about her, I probably would have been like, fuck that guy and the party. I want to fix this shit. But I didn't, so I went, I have to go to this party,
Yeah.
And she's like, what? And I'm like, I gotta go to the party. I was like, I have to. I told my friend who I never see, who this does not matter to me at all. And I went to she gave me the keys to her car, and she was like, okay. She's like, are you going to be drinking? You should take an Uber. And I was like, I'm not going to drink that much. Proceeded to get like very close to
Obliterated,
blackout. Yeah. Just because I was running from wanting to go back to her house and have this talk or whatever. And I came back, and I'm like, my eyes are in my ears, and she's just like, you're fucking so drunk right now. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm fucking obliterated. And I'm like, it's fine. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm here, aren't I?
Oh, God.
I got her.
Sexy.
Of course it's not sexy. Of course.
That makes a woman feel so secure.
Yeah.
Like you're going to provide, protect.
Well, Mara, as you know, this story has a happy ending. So that's why you're saying all that. Of course it was awful. Of course it was unsexy. Of course, but it was, we were together for 5 years. I had amazing moments with her. We went to Ireland together. We went to Vegas together. We had all this, but every time she brought up marriage or something like that, I fucking was like, no, in my head.
Interesting.
We even looked at fucking rings in Ireland, like an engagement ring. We're like, how cool would that be if
Like
we
a
got
clag knot?
like a clag knot? So,
Are you
but-
fucking Irish? She Irish?
I'm fucking Irish. I'm fucking black. I'm fucking anybody that'll. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we out here.
You're quick, buddy.
Oh,
That was
more
good.
than you know. It's actually a problem how quick I am.
Well, that's why you're single.
Yeah, tell me about it. No, I'm single because I have mental issues.
Are you dealing with them?
Oh, like a motherfucker. Like a motherfucker. I'm fucking 81 days, no booze.
Wow,
I'm sober.
congratulations.
I'm done. I'm meditating every day. I'm
How
going
long-
to therapy
How long
like
you
I'm
up to?
meditation-wise. I've done 25, but I stick to 10 to 12 just because I haven't surpassed that yet. Like today I had a good one where I was like, ooh, I'm kind of getting to this like new plateau of my brain. And I was like, maybe I can go longer, but I'm not trying to rush it or anything. I'm only like a couple weeks in, so.
Are you doing transcendental?
No, because that's fucking stupid. I don't know much about it, but let me go off, King. I fucking hate anybody that, transcendental, you have to pay for it. You can't meditate for free, not transcendental. Well, you know what came for free? My fucking brain. My brain came for free. So what the fuck are you talking about? I can just tell me how to do it, you fuck. I have to pay for it. I need a cosign.
I didn't know that you had to pay for it.
I need a cosign. You do. You need to pay for it. It's fucking stupid.
That's crazy.
It's so stupid. That being said, I did just pay $70 for the meditation app. So, but
which one did you go with? Calm?
Calm.
Yeah.
Well, because I used to do when I first got into it, like first tried to start a couple years ago, I got into Headspace. But I don't like the guy's British.
I know.
He's talking to me. He's like, hey, when your brain's all sixes and sevens and you don't have monkey in your wallet.
Skin and blisters.
Yeah, you get a little skin and blisters and he's shouting on turtle.
They used to be our sponsor.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, I hate it.
Why?
Because we got like a full year for free.
Okay.
And
of what? What is it?
The same Headspace.
Oh, Headspace.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about skinny and biscuit.
No. Of that.
I didn't hate
Yeah.
Headspace, but I just didn't enjoy it.
I didn't enjoy it. I didn't
Calm
use it.
is very great.
Calm is great.
Yeah. I did one. That's why I thought I was going to be late today. I had to do a quick one before I did the daily one today.
Nice.
And I almost cried. I've been almost crying a lot lately.
Interesting.
Yeah. I've been free write journaling, which is, I'll open my book and I just write how I feel. No, I'm not, can't think of all this outside shit. And it was one of those things where I'm like, it made me realize that my life is bigger than the little problems that I have. Right? So it was I'm telling my dad that. And he's like, this is the first time he's ever said this. He went, I am so proud of you. He went, I am so proud of you, man. You are so much farther ahead than I was when I was your age. And
Did you just bust out crying?
And he goes, when this is all over, let's get dinner again. And I was like, okay. He did say something weird where he went like, and also the way you're thinking is so sexy. He said that to me. He went, the way you're thinking is so sexy. So I wouldn't worry about women or anything. And I went, ew, Dad. I was like, ew. He's like, no, it's sexy. He just kept fucking hitting. So when the call ended.
It's hard to hear your dad say you're sexy.
Sexy. Yeah. Because, I've heard him. So it's very strange. But after the phone call, I free wrote about it, and I just, one page, whatever, and I just fucking started crying, and I was like, this feels great. So yeah, so I to end the last relationship, we'll go back to that. So we had that big argument, and I said some shit that I regret to this day. Like if I was following the AA stuff, I'd probably call her and be like, I'm so sorry for saying it. Just some bad shit. But then this is what kind of broke the straw on the camel's back. I was doing my podcast that I have with Scott Chaplain, and I was talking about a wedding we went to, and I guess I wasn't being racist, but it was like an Indian wedding, and it was this like Orthodox Indian thing where it's a 3-hour ceremony, and then you stand for, which one's the ceremony, which one's the reception? Which one's the boring one?
Wedding is the boring.
The wedding, the whole thing is the boring one.
Yeah.
The whole.
No, the wedding is just the marriage part where you go.
Not the party.
Just the ceremony.
The ceremony.
Yeah,
Okay, so I did say it right the first time.
I was like, what are you?
Is the
you already said
reception the party?
The reception is the party. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. This shouldn't have taken this long to. You know what you're doing. So I was kind of making fun of it because it's a comedy podcast, right? And then the guy listened to it, the groom. And he was like, what the fuck, dude? He thought I was being racist, and I wasn't. And I was just sick of defending myself. And I was like, you're dating a comic. How many years do we have to fucking go through this where you just don't get it? I know how it feels. I know how it feels. Trust me. I've dated a few comics back in my time, and I've seen the jokes. So I know how it feels. Oh, do I know how it feels? I fucking recently saw a joke that I went, oh, that hurt. that hurts so bad. It's so cold-blooded. But, meditating and all this shit, I'm
Working it out.
well,
You were
I'm
on
deciding what's
Kumia, and
important.
I thought that was you made a joke that was very telling when I think who was with you, Fidance?
Finance?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he said blah blah blah, and you said, "Why can comics never be
Oh,
real?"
yes.
And I was
Well,
like,
that's if
"That's
Seinfeld said
true."
it for sure.
Yeah.
Why can't comics be real? No, that was Tommy Pope's show, but on the Compound Network.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Which
the
is
desk
so true.
always looks the same.
It's so true. But I'm also on a podcast right now, so I have to be big. I can't be. I hear myself sometimes on podcasts get all fucking wax poetic and shit, and I'm like, who do you think you are? I fucking hate myself in that way.
I know, but this podcast is different because I'm not trying to be funny all the time.
Well, you've been doing a good job at it for years, so.
Because we had this guy Sam Silla on who is a beast, and he lost his arm in the Iraq War, and
he's a beast.
He's a beast, 6'2". He's huge. He
Are
can
you allowed
deadlift.
to call him that because he lost his arm?
Yeah, he deadlifts 700
You're calling
pounds.
him a monster?
Like a workout beast.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought you were like, he's a monster. He lost an arm. He's disgusting. It makes me feel
gross. He tried to shake my hand. I was like,
my hands, my eyes hurt from trying not to look at it all the time.
No, he's fucking badass.
I'm sure he could kick my ass. Yeah.
Yeah, he for sure could kick your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he can deadlift 700 pounds with one hand.
So, okay.
That's crazy.
What can he do? How much?
700 pounds.
Wow.
700.
That's like 17 me's.
That isn't, definitely not.
That's like 3 me's, 2 me's tops. I'm being very generous.
You do look leaner.
Well, I'm not boozing, and I'm trying to eat a little bit well. I'm still fucking eating like an animal.
What does that mean?
Sodas, fast food, shit like that.
Fast food.
Fast food.
Bro.
Fast food.
Bro. Fast food.
Fast food, dude. It's cheap.
Yeah.
And I'm poor, and we're in a pandemic, and it's fast, and it's good.
Go to Trader Joe's
and steal.
Fill up. Yes. You're at one bag. No, go fill up on veggies.
Cook my own food.
Yes.
I know. Look,
it's a pandemic. What the fuck else you have to do?
Well, I am 81 days sober off booze, so I think I'm doing okay.
Listen, how many pats on the back do you want? Be better, okay?
I want a fucking pat on the dick. Come on.
You
I'm
can't
better
date
than that.
for a long time now.
Well, so going back to the dating stuff, I am on the apps now. They're awful, obviously. I hate them in every single way
sober
possible.
Apps too.
I don't care about that.
Okay.
I'm not, I'm on this, I'm not fucking, I tried AA and stuff, and I don't know if it's for me.
Okay.
it's not my personality now, okay? I don't care if they drink. I can go places where people are drinking. The hardest stuff is like New Year's Eve, or like I'm going to a bachelor party in July, and that's going to be very hard.
You're going to go to a bachelor party in July? You think it's still going to happen? Is it in Florida?
What? Who said Florida?
I'm just thinking the pandemic is still going to be happening in July.
Yeah, I'm going to a bachelor party. I'm
Where?
not seeing the Bee Gees. What are you talking about? There's going to be like
How many people
5 dudes.
Okay. That's not very much of a party.
There's going to be 11. There's going to be 11 guys.
Ooh, that's one over. That's one over.
We'll be fine.
Rule breaker.
Whatever.
That's why.
Look,
again, sexy.
I am, I think.
That did not sound confident.
I don't know.
I am, I think.
So I am on the dating apps, but whatever. I was like seeing somebody recently, but it didn't work out because we just got to that point where like we wanted different things. You know what I mean? And that was the most recent one that kind of like, ooh, like I was like, you get a little sting. You go, ooh, ow, and then you go like, I'm not going near bees for a while. Now I'm afraid of bees. That's how I feel. When like you see a bee and you're like, ugh, and then you get stung and you're like, ow, and then you see bees now and you're like, ow, for a couple of months.
Yeah.
That's how I am with women. This bee stung me pretty hard, and she's more of a wasp because
How'd she break up with you?
Still alive. We didn't break up. We weren't together, but we were just like having fun. I don't want to talk much about it, but we just got to the point where
Was it this last weekend? Because I just told my client what to text the guy that she was seeing.
Who's your client?
Her, she is she's a client of mine. She's
Okay.
a
She a
personal training
comic?
client. No.
Then no.
Oh, okay.
So-
Ooh, you were fucking a comic.
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. And then you know,
Oh,
and then you see the fucking jokes, and you're like, ah.
Why do you follow her still? You gotta mute it. Mute, baby. Mute's a
No,
beautiful thing.
I'm over
Saves your soul.
Now I'm maybe last week, or maybe we were only for a couple months, so it was like
A couple months is still a long time.
it's a long time, and we were kind
124
of we were going towards that, and whatever happened, it just didn't work, and it felt like very much like it was somebody I haven't talked to someone that I liked in a long time. Usually, the women I'm talking to, I'm like just a fucking dick avatar. You know what I mean? Is that am I gonna get liable for that? just like I don't like them that much, but I'm kind of just talking to someone to talk to someone. You know what I mean? And if they want to bang, oh,
Sure.
please, please. But this was someone that I was enjoying being with and everything. So little heartbreak, but what are you gonna do? At this point, I'm like, you can't push the river; just keeps going.
Yep.
Can't pull it; it just keeps going, and I can just
Don't fight it.
I can
Ride
just
the
look
wave.
at it, ride the wave.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm feeling good now. I'm content.
Mm-hmm.
I feel better today, but there was a while where I was like, damn, man. I was like, because it's also, I'm good at articulating how I feel in this sense, but when I really feel it, when I really want to feel something, I lie to myself, and I catch myself lying days later. And I'm like, that's why I kind of go to therapy and I do all this meditation to cut that to be as present as possible so that I could figure out how the fuck I feel immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately, I'd like to feel how I feel and be able to articulate it as well as I'm doing now.
Even if you can't articulate exactly, even if you just start sputtering out the words of what you're feeling in that moment, it will come around. You should just say what you feel.
Well, exactly. You say how you feel, and then you go, look, I might not even feel this way tomorrow, and I'm not going to judge myself for that.
Right.
Bitches.
It's tough to be vulnerable because then you feel weak.
It's so tough to be vulnerable.
It is.
But vulnerability is a strength, actually. That's what my therapist says all the time.
That is nice, although it doesn't feel like it in the moment.
No, but after a while, it does. That's what the snowboarding thing taught me. I was like, I'm bad at this. I keep falling. And it's incredibly vulnerable that I just keep falling in front of my friends. You want to be fucking cool with them. What are you pointing at?
DeVito and Julia and I were talking about all going. You should come.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Where?
Good
Snowboarding?
talk. Yeah. Well,
When?
They ski. I ski, but you can
Ski?
come. Yeah, ski.
Huh. Okay.
I suck at snowboarding.
Well, yeah.
I have face planted so many times.
Of course, but that's also a part of it where
It
I'm
is a
like,
part of it.
this is a part of this. I have to fall. And what matters is how quick I get up and how many times I get back up. And that's where the strength is. And I'm staying and I'm going down the mountain. I'm like, you got to do this now. Feel this. You completely feel your body, dude. And I'm like, I want to be like that all the time. Just whenever I'm like, and that's where the meditation is huge, because when I catch myself future tripping or whatever the fucking hippies love to use that word, huh? Future tripping. When I feel
Do you
that.
live in Brooklyn, bro?
Yeah, I live by the Gin Blossoms factory. Oh, what? I'm sorry, did I wake you?
I have to pay for. Keep talking about.
What do you mean you have
gin
to pay? What is this?
This is the
Can,
parking.
and you can pay for the parking like this on your phone right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't I just I can't. How are you going to be paying attention to me?
I can listen
while
and
you're playing
type.
Candy Crush right now?
106095.
She's tweeting.
I don't.
Don't you hate when you have guests?
See? And then you just go like this.
I think this is a good time to say buy my album, everybody. I have an album out right now.
Oh, it's not worth it. I bought it.
No.
Oh, see how I
wow.
was listening?
Mara loves negging me.
I know, it's so fun. It's mostly because it's easy.
Is it easy?
You're a good sport about it.
Yeah, she's got a big old crush. It's intolerable.
I met the dude that I'm dating on Instagram. He messaged me on Instagram and I responded. Yes.
Wow, look at that.
I know.
I do that all the time.
You do? You pick people out and you message them?
No, they message me. I mean, if I'm DMing someone,
Mhm.
chances are I'm probably into you. If I DM you more than once and it's like becomes like a habit, then chances are I'm probably into you, and I'll ask you to watch a movie or something. But
Ooh, sexy.
movies are sexy.
Yeah, you can be close.
Who's your idea? What's your hero, Mara? Because you seem to have some pretty opinionated opinions about how guys should be. So
Yeah, I do.
let's run through this. What ball is your boyfriend taking you to?
Well, first of all, nobody's going on to any balls because it's a pandemic.
One of those.
But Chip and Joanna Gaines are like my heroes. Like
Who's that?
what? From Fixer Upper? That is my dream relationship. It's so cute. It's so
They build
innocent.
houses together and stuff.
But she's an architect and he's in construction, but that's not how it started.
Oh,
They're so fucking
interesting.
cute. They just laugh at each other all the time. He's a goofball and she tolerates it. And then you can tell when she's like, I'm just going to ignore him and keep talking over him while he's doing ridiculous. It's so cute.
Oh,
That's how I want. That's just very simple, sweet,
oh,
lovely relationship.
that does sound nice.
Right?
Where you knock down drywall.
Yeah. That's what I'm a meathead and that's I want to be the one that's knocking down the drywall though.
I get it.
I'd be like, you go work in data and
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go
Whatever.
chop some shit down.
You know what you want.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. I'm still not good at it. You know?
How old are you now? 30?
18. Where's the cameras?
32?
Over there? Hey. What's up? I'm 29. Thank you very much.
29.
Yeah.
Okay. You're still very young
You're
and
still very young. That is such a fucking toxic thing to say to somebody.
that is not toxic.
It is.
Okay, so
It is. It's like
obviously
when I
you've
started
gone through trauma,
when I
right?
started in stand-up comedy, right?
God,
was
those were some rough years.
I was 19 and everybody would say you're going to be famous. And only because I was funny when I was young. And it stunted my growth. So now
you
people
think
going,
that someone saying you stunted your growth is what?
No, it stunted my growth
No,
because people would
someone
go,
saying you're going to be famous stunted your growth.
yeah,
Everything that you do in life is from you. Like
of course.
you're accountable.
I was also
for
a
those.
young kid, so let's give myself a little bit of
I was married
credit.
at 19 with 4 stepchildren.
Okay, then why am I taking your advice?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that nobody told you were funny when you were early starting off, but it did. It like stunned it. So I don't know what I'm saying, but as far as dating goes, I'll be back out there in a couple of weeks. You know, I just need time to fucking get over that sting. Ow. You know?
Yeah. And I think that maybe you're working through some stuff.
I'm working through so much shit. So much shit.
What
What happened?
Yeah, what happened to you?
What happened? What didn't happen?
Did someone play with your butthole? What's going on?
No, I wish. I've had people play with my butthole, but I don't like it. I thought I'd like it because one time this chick was well, I don't know. Is this can I curse? Are we on the air?
Of course.
No, I was getting a nice oral fixation.
Uh-huh.
If you know what I'm saying. And this girl like played with my butt a little bit, and I thought I liked it.
Yeah.
So then I brought that into the next relationship. I was like, I like told her, and then she would like start like playing with my ass, and I was like, it didn't feel good, but it didn't also feel bad. Like it felt like I was sitting on a chair. You're not like, not even after a long day. You're just like, I just feel this chair. You know what I mean? Like this feels. It feels. I'm not like, this doesn't feel good. I'm not like euphoric, but I'm not like, ow, for sitting in this couch.
Also, the nail situation. Like, I feel like with women doing it to men, that you just really have to be manicured. It's
fine.
Things could happen. Polyps could be popped.
I appreciated the effort. Is really what it is. It takes. When I was drunk, I would go straight for the butthole. Not with like my dick or anything, but like.
Why do young guys always want the butthole?
I want everything. Everything. I'll touch everything.
You're like, shiny new toy.
Yeah.
Take it and break it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like a new thing.
Yeah, it is a new thing. But yeah, I'm working through some stuff. It's hard, man. I just want to meet somebody that's like cool.
Yeah.
Just hang. appreciates my music. You know what I mean?
What kind of music do you listen to?
Listen to
Or
everything.
oh wait,
I do. I
do you
was
make music?
I do, but I'm not. I don't want to talk about it. I'll every once in a
Why?
while because I like it. It's different. It's different to like make something that isn't comedy. You know what I mean? Like comedy is my job.
Mm-hmm.
I focus on that.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate the art, but it also feels good to like, I like to make like hip hop and stuff like that, and like
Cool.
I like pretending to be this fucking gangster and just writing hard shit. I like it. I really like it. I was writing some shit out there. It feels good. I'm
Yeah?
not gonna. No, yeah. I
You
don't
don't
know.
want to spit? I'm ready.
I'll spit something.
Okay,
I'll spit
all right,
something.
all right,
Here we
right,
go.
right.
I gotta
Good,
read
good,
it
good.
though because I wrote it out there, and who knows? Who knows how this? Because there's no like fucking rhythm to it. But so I heard, you heard about that guy who got slashed on the N train.
No, what?
So I said, so what, a motherfucker getting slashed on the train till the Tim feels the brain and then robbed of the chain. I never gave a fuck. Nothing about me changed. I came from the loam with the chrome and my name engraved. So I wrote that. I just wrote that out there.
You sound like you had a very rough childhood.
I did, I really did.
Did you?
No,
Oh. I
it's
was
fine. I mean, it's rough for being a human, but
like what?
well, my family wasn't the best. They were constantly fighting, split
I haven't
up
talked to my
and-
mom in 9 years. She's
Okay.
bipolar.
Whoa.
Abusive.
Whoa.
So what?
I'm sorry. Was this a?
I'm just saying.
I'm looking
you're
around
not-
to see.
You're
is
not
this
alone in
is
this.
Is there a thing that says the competition hour with
I wasn't
Mara
trying
Merrick?
to compete. I was just saying, you please feel comfortable.
course.
This is a sharing
Oh, of
space.
course.
I can be empathetic.
Yes. Well, my family is still like that. Like they're still around, but like, I remember them fighting for the longest time. I was like in my crib when they were screaming at the top of their lungs to each other, and then it was just like that for fucking years, dude. And it was just the last time I went snowboarding, they picked me up, and like it was like a 3-hour. We're probably at Hunter Mountain or something, and that's when they pulled out of the parking lot at the ski resort, and were like, we're getting a divorce. And I was like, Jesus, 3 hours of them arguing. I fell asleep and I heard them. I woke up to them arguing about very specific.
Are they really getting a
things.
divorce?
They got it already. Yeah, they
Oh.
got it. They got it. But it took them like 12 years to get, to finally get the divorce. And in that time, my dad had already like met someone new, and she's cool too and everything. But it's like, that's fucking hard. Just my family just is like hard, dude. It's like, but everybody's is. But it's like. But that's what doing that shit is fun, to like write some shit that you're just like, ooh, aggression, get that fucking out of here.
Yeah, I lift weight. I like push weights around and I listen to Tool. I get it. I
should probably work out, but instead I just
meditate.
I meditate and I
lay down.
I get
really
Burger King
well.
and then look up how do you say gun in slang?
Uzi.
Uzi,
What's other gun slang words?
like gat,
Oh,
Glock.
I have a Glock on my hand.
Lang.
I have a hand gun.
I really like. Oh, that's cool.
Thanks.
Sexy. Ooh, ooh. I like saying lang
pun-
a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mang, Lang.
Well, you're gonna rap now?
No, I cannot rap at all. I can't even follow along.
Yeah, I actually I have a song that's fucking like hard. And I'm like, who is this guy?
This is what I've learned from this pandemic.
Mm.
Who the fuck cares what everyone else thinks?
Precisely.
Just put up what you love.
Yeah, dude. I got into this rap group in England. They're these two like 60-year-old guys named Pete and Bass, and they are gangster as fuck, dude. They like go so hard, and they're like 60-year-olds. They're like 60. They got to be in their 60s. They like something like that, and they go fucking hard. And after you get over the novelty of them being 60-year-old
60?
white men being like, I got sticks with the lasers, and I got fucking, and you really listen to their words, you're like, this is so good. This
Yeah.
is so fucking good. And it just made me go like, oh man, if those guys have no problem doing this shit and like they're getting respect, like, what's the difference between that and me? For a long time, you're like, I'm 29. And, rap is also incredibly embarrassing. You know what I mean? It's if for a guy like me, it's what we call in the biz fronting. But it could be, it could be embarrassing. But once you're over that, you're like, whatever, dude.
Yeah,
Who
you
gives a
just gotta get
fuck?
over it. Who cares? If that's what you want to do, do it.
Yeah, we got 50 years to more. There's
Yeah.
more. If I'm lucky, I have 50 more years. Why the fuck am I wasting my time giving a
79?
shit?
I have a client who's 85 that is still like doing battle ropes and stuff. You've got so many more years than that.
Battle bots?
You know the battle rope?
No, I know.
Oh, I was like, I don't have to
I
explain this
know,
to
but
you.
like, yeah.
You do need to work out.
Yeah. Come on. But, so it's fun, and it's also like when I'm writing that shit and I'm working on the, and people I talk about it on podcasts a lot, and they'll send me like beats and shit, and I'm like, all right, sure, whatever. And I'm not thinking of anything else. I'm just trying to think of what the coolest next line would be to say.
Okay, but then you have to go back to your snowboarding analogy, and it's like be present
Yeah.
and not think about the coolest next thing. What is it that you're thinking about right now?
Well,
What's happening in your life right now?
I understand what you're saying, but that is a part of it. Like, I'm not thinking of the next thing as in like, there's no anxiety tied to that.
Oh, okay.
Just like, I'm here right now. I'm not thinking about, when my parents are going to die. I'm not thinking about the girl who fucking, fucked with my head. I'm not thinking about any of that shit.
Bad joke. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring it up again.
Are we recording?
Can you send me that? Can you DM it to me? I want to put it on Happy Never
DM
After's
me what?
Instagram. Her joke.
Who's? Oh, I get it now.
Check out HNA Pod's Instagram for the
Cold-blooded, man. Cold-blooded. It was cold. It was cold. Like the day after.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's always
yeah.
when it's fresh, though. That's when it's
Of
good.
course. I looked at it like
She's hurting.
she's hurting.
Mhm.
She's getting it out. She's getting her way to do it. That's not my style. Like I don't really talk that much shit on Instagram. Like I don't kind of air my shit out like that or like whatever. Maybe I should. I gotta fucking tell my life how I see it.
If you're gonna get some jokes out of it, get some jokes out of it. But
Yeah,
not at the
I did think about a joke from it, and
but you spared her feelings.
well, I'm gonna try it on stage and see what happens.
Good.
But here's the fucking difference. I'm not gonna do it in front of her. I'm not doing it online.
But if she was there and it's a well-oiled joke, you would do it.
No, not online,
Really?
man. Come on, give me a fucking date. Give yourself a couple fucking weeks. Dude.
Oh yeah, don't do it online.
The next day, when you have a conversation with somebody, and it's a rather serious conversation about the future, and you go, and it's like an hour-long conversation, and then at the end of it, you go, okay, I think we figured this out. Great, look at us, adults. And then you go on Instagram the next day and just kind of mocking it.
Yeah.
Is
It's a little inconsiderate.
a little.
I'm trying to be political here. I am
Don't.
also. It's true. It's very inconsiderate.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
What are you gonna do?
We need to be more mature as comedians as a whole are not a mature
real.
group.
For real, comedians are fucking mentally unstable.
Yes, they're emotionally stunted.
Yeah.
We try to say we're this prolific group of people that have all these political and emotional opinions, but really we need
I've
the
never
most
said that about
help.
myself in my entire life.
Oh my God! But as a whole, that everybody seller and down at the seller.
Uh-oh.
There's a lot of political things happening, a lot of podcasts with a lot of opinions on there, and I'm like,
oh no.
Okay, well you be the president then. You try it.
Oh no. Who is this? Is this the ghost that possessed your body? Is this the ghost of someone who isn't making sense? You go be president if it's so easy. I didn't know we were at Compound Media. I thought this was Sound Lounge or whatever the fuck.
Oh God, no. Dave left Compound yesterday. Dave Landau.
Why did he leave?
He got hired at Louder with Crowder. I don't know who that is, but
Okay, whatever. Good for him.
Yeah.
Gives a shit. Yeah, so I don't know how we got to that fucking weirdness, but yeah.
Edit that out.
You don't have to. Whatever. But yeah, comedians are just unstable. I get it though.
Yes.
When I saw the joke, I was like, oh man, it hurt. I was like, damn, cold-blooded, but
And I have to say, from a woman, she was doing that shit on purpose.
oh, she thinks that I would see it?
Yes.
Why?
1000%.
What is the point of that?
To be hurtful. To win. You
To
want to
win?
Yeah. This is an emotional game that we play in relationships, which is bullshit, and it's again emotionally stunted.
Yeah.
And it's just a way to cut someone down and be vicious, and it's unnecessary.
Well, it worked. It
Oh,
worked. I was cut down and it was vicious, but I started laughing too. I was like, man, this is real karma. This is real karma that I'm getting for the 5 years of being with my last girlfriend, who I was making all of those jokes and all of that shit, talking about everything, every fight that we've had, the amount of her having to be on her toes. I couldn't imagine dating a comedian in a way where dating a comedian, especially when I was 23 and I was those were like formative years, where I'm just trying to figure my shit out. And you're dating that guy who, like, I don't know if I have a fucking argument with you that you're gonna be all you're gonna be doing is thinking about how to make this funny, and not be present with me, and not actively try to fix this. But you're gonna be thinking, oh, this might be a C-level joke that can get a good laugh or whatever.
Well, now that you're not in a dickhead space of your life and you are a little more aware,
yes,
I think maybe you'll move past that. You might falter, for sure.
What do you mean?
You might have moments where you're in a relationship and then you become hurt and you act out, but that's okay.
That's fine.
Yes.
And that's exactly how I felt. Look, I'm so over this that this doesn't hurt me as much as it would have maybe weeks and weeks and weeks ago.
Also, I think it's okay to feel sad and bad about that stuff.
Yeah, of course.
It makes you human.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel bad. I feel sad about it. It still hurts. But what are you going to do? What am I going to dwell on it? I got to just move on and just clock that in my brain of like, okay, dude. All right.
I'm
Great.
such a meathead I'm a meathead in real life. Like, I'm just like a very more masculine than feminine, I think, as a person. And sometimes when I do have those moments where I'm a little more, what they say, emotional or feminine, which is bullshit, but Women's Month, and
oh yeah, I forgot.
Dave will be like, you're a meathead.
Dave, your boyfriend?
Yeah, he's like, don't be a meathead. Don't have these emotions. I'm like, I can be sad.
Yes.
I can have these feelings and still be a meathead.
Yeah.
Okay? So calm down. I'm going to just work through this.
Yeah.
And then we'll get on the other side.
100%.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than when someone gets mad at you for just working through your emotions alone. And they're like, you're just not talking to me. And it's like, yeah, I don't want to. I don't have to. I want to just work. Oh, but you're like so upset. Yeah. Yeah. I get upset.
And then it'll pass.
Or I'll have another hole in my heart, and
that's that.
And it'll either pass or I'll be on the or I'll pass through to the
Ours
different
are stupid
existence
things, too.
because I kill myself.
Well, I mean, more time slots open at New York Comedy Club.
Yeah.
But I'll just have he doesn't live here, so he comes and stays with me for a month at a time.
Okay.
And then he leaves and I feel sad. And he's like, don't make me feel guilty. Don't. I'm like, I can feel this.
Yes.
That's the only thing that we really fight about.
Yeah.
Which
And it
is
makes sense.
pretty good.
You know what I used to do? I have a fucking sneeze right here and I'm trying to
You can either plug your nose or just live through
shit
it.
or get off the pot.
Yeah.
Sneeze wise. When I was my ex-girlfriend, I would go out all the time to be doing spots and everything. And she would give me the like, do you have to leave? And I'd be like, you can't do that. It makes me feel so fucking bad and I have to work.
Yeah.
And
Well,
she
that's
just would
different.
never fucking stop doing that.
So maybe that is the same, actually. I go, that's different. And then I thought about it. I was like, maybe it's the same.
Well, also he does live far away. Are you ever like, hey, why don't you move here, please?
We talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe it is the same thing. And he can't.
Well,
He's got a wife.
Yes.
He's got a wife and kids back home.
She's nice. It's my
sister.
sister.
I don't want to.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's my mom. I'm dating my dad.
Ew.
That's why you guys haven't talked in so long.
Like, that's sexy. Gross.
Oh
This
yeah.
is so.
Yeah, I'll give you my dad's number.
Oh
Well,
God,
yeah.
no. It's there's a lot of things happening with that,
Mm,
but because we met in a pandemic
yeah.
off Instagram, so
So,
should probably I don't know,
what does that have anything to do with anything?
just maybe date a while.
Yeah,
I'm really one to jump into a marriage. I don't
for
know if
sure.
you know
Yeah.
anything about my history of just saying yes. So
Well,
maybe we
yeah.
should just take
How
this
long have you
one.
guys been seeing each other?
7 months.
7 months.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess so. But it starts getting up to that time. 7 months.
Well, the average person to find out if they're going to be with someone forever is 125 days.
Wow.
Hmm.
um,
You were almost with that.
so romantic.
I know. I
Uh,
like stats.
yeah, nothing sexier than a stat. Um, have you guys said I love you?
Oh, of course.
Of course.
A bunch.
A bunch.
Yes. And I really do feel it.
I have a
This
hard
is the
time
first
being
person.
like, I like you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm not going to be one of those people that says, maybe you should learn to like yourself before
But
someone.
maybe I should.
No. Just because you don't like yourself doesn't mean that you don't deserve love.
True.
So
Well, I think I
that's
deserve
bullshit.
tons of love.
You definitely deserve tons of love.
But
You're a good person.
as I get older, though, it's getting harder and harder to trust in people. You know what I mean?
It's just who we're surrounding ourselves with.
For sure.
We are surrounded by each other.
For real.
We
yeah.
are awful people.
Yes. Yes. Maybe we should learn to hate ourselves.
Yeah, you know what?
A little bit more.
Then we'll find somebody nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think it's so funny when a girl who hurts you and then says she has trust issues, and you're like, yeah, now you're giving me trust issues.
Thanks
The
a lot.
fuck?
Thanks for keeping this cycle going,
The
dickhead.
fuck? Yeah.
I need
Hey,
to meditate.
What are you, a vampire?
No wonder why.
Now I have to give this trust issues, which I probably
someone
have.
else.
I've probably given tons of chicks trust issues.
Shane Smith came on last week. I really loved it, and he talked about how
Tattoos?
He really doesn't
Likes tattoos.
He does love tattoos. And actually, I saw a 91-year-old woman who had the same sword tattoo on her face,
Whoa.
and I cannot find that picture. I really want to put it up, but
Okay.
he talked about not settling because settling is selfish in relationships. And
Yeah.
I was like, he said, because there is a true love out there for you or for the other person in the
100%.
relationship.
Yeah.
And so you need to let them go. And
Of course.
yeah.
There's so many times I get into these little situationships or situationships or whatever the fuck that's called.
What a hybrid, huh?
Yeah. I get into these like little things with these women, and I get bummed out about it, and then I like move on. I'm like, I dodged a fucking bullet there, dude. Like, there's some people here just like, why would I? Like, why do I want to date that person? This is awful. This is awful.
You spent your life watching your parents fight.
Yeah.
From crib to, whatever. And why would you want to?
Yeah. They fucked me on that. They
Yeah,
fucked me. I remember being in my
mimic that.
crib hearing like them screaming, and then I remember my mom. The only thing I remember my mom saying is, "I don't care if they're asleep."
Oh.
Meaning us, me and my sister.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
but she's a great lady. She's working it. She's just a little condescending. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was thinking about this. I was like, because I showed my mom that rap group, the 60-year-olds, and my
Mhm.
mom was like, "What am I listening to?" and I went, "Mom," I was like, "This is art, man." I was like, "They're these, first of all, listen to the words. They're putting these words together really well." And I go, "And they're 60 years old. Isn't that incredible?" And she goes, "I guess," and like walks away. And I just thought, like, man, what's gonna be my version of that with my kids?
Right.
Like, I'm gonna be sitting with them, and they're gonna be like, "Dad, listen to this," and they're gonna put on like computer music with like bees singing, like,
You're like,
and I'm like, "What am I listening to? What is this?" And they're like, "Dad, it's incredible. They're bees."
I think I go way above and beyond with like supporting people because my mom was so not supportive.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the only way that I'm like a real gal's gal is because I'm like, I really want you to succeed because my mom never wanted me to.
Well, it also makes you feel better about yourself. You go, "I'm such a supportive person. I
Yeah.
love this about myself."
I really want everyone to.
To love me because I love them.
Well, I
Nice
guess
little,
it's probably selfish.
What's that word? What is that? What's that philosophy? what is it? Fucking.
You're really good with the words.
You're really good with
They
the
just
words
came
today.
right to you, Brian.
You should do voice over acting.
Hey, they do castings right here at Sound Lounge.
Allegorical imperative.
Ooh,
I think.
look at that.
Yeah. Is that
Look
right?
at that. Big word.
Big word.
Big brain on Brendan.
Big brain on Brendan. But it basically says like, I think the whole theory is it's from Khan.
Mm.
And it said like, I think
Genghis?
I might be Genghis from Genghis, and he said I love rape. We're all a little bit of Genghis, by the way, because of how much he raped.
You know what, Miss
Are
Piggy?
we recording?
Miss Piggy, also a raper.
Why? Oh, she was. So was Pepe Le Pew.
Oh my God!
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. Anyway, it was basically he said like, if we do good things to make ourselves feel better, is that good? Is that morally good?
No.
You're wrong. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter why you do good things, but you're doing good things.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, you're wrong.
Where's the rule book? Is there a rule book?
Right here, baby.
Your 29-year-old brain.
I've got it figured out.
Selfless acts of service is where it's at.
But it doesn't matter. Does it matter? Are you supposed to feel bad about yourself because if you did something good for yourself, what are you supposed to do? Never do a good thing or reach some sort of Zen fucking, I only do good for, be real.
Warren Miller movie just came out. Have you seen it? The documentary.
No.
Do you know anything about Warren Miller?
No.
Get the fuck out.
Oh.
No. No, Warren Miller was a ski documentarian that had the funniest narrations. It's actually the reason why I got into comedy. It was
Really?
He's the funniest person that ever lived. He just died a couple years ago, but they made this documentary about him. And at the end, there was a quote that he put up in his lodge. It's exclusive.
I wish he inspired
Nobody
you to
can
kill
go.
yourself then. I was holding on to that for a little bit.
He said there's no amount of good that can be done by those that don't take the credit I'll put up the real thing on Instagram.
And what is that? So what does that mean?
But it's which is such a selfish thing to say when I'm like, I'll put it up on Instagram, follow us.
Yeah.
God,
Is it
Jesus,
selfish?
I'm gonna kill myself.
Relax. Relax. Get it together. It's not selfish.
It is selfish.
No, you're giving your fans
self-promoting.
It's not selfish.
There's a line.
Maybe it is selfish.
It's a little.
But not a negative connotation.
That's true. I try to only share things that I feel like are helpful to me, and maybe they'll help somebody else also.
This is the problem with comics, man. You guys. I'm a rapper.
You've quit.
I've quit. Comics love. What the fuck was I gonna?
To overthink?
No, kind of yes, but hold on. Oh, comics love to feel like what they're giving already is not enough. We appreciate fans. I appreciate every fan I'll ever have, any fan I ever got. I love every fan, but this is a transaction that I feel like I'm holding up my part. Okay? Comics love to feel like our comedy isn't good enough for the fans. So you're like, I don't want to bother anybody. You're not. You're giving them. This is a good transaction.
True.
Look at this show. Look at who you got on. This is great. Your fans are going to love this.
Yes.
And all they have to do is their part, which is keep listening and tell their friends and, do their shit. I could say fans could do more. Whatever. I'm as flaky as a 2x4.
Yeah, that's true. I think a lot of this is like our culture that tells us that we're never good enough and that we should always be doing more.
Well, for our first 10 years of our career, we're like, I'll do anything. I'll take anything. Thank you so much.
Let me bark in people so that for the 3 minutes.
Somebody going, yeah, you could do 2 minutes. Oh my God, thank you so much.
God, thank you. I don't have to suck your dick this time.
Yeah, well, I got to show Mara. If you want to do some time.
Butthole. Butthole, get your 10.
Yeah. And then, so we grow up with that in our comedy lifespan.
Thank you for checking me on that.
Yeah, good.
I have to have Alicia come in for muscle spasms, but I would love to have you back. This was actually
Anytime.
You're a smart kid.
Thank you. Thank
I'm
you
glad
so
to
much.
see you growing.
Yeah, me too.
That's
Me
good.
too.
It's good.
Yeah. I like your blue suit.
Thanks. I'm
Are you going skiing after this?
practicing being Wonder Woman. I am gonna go skiing after this. No, actually, I did move up to the Poconos for the Pandy.
Really?
Huh? I got the
Who
fuck out of
is
here.
this? Who
I
is
know.
this sitting in front of me? Who are you?
I rented because you could rent a whole house for half of what you can rent an apartment here for.
Wow.
I have 3 bedrooms. I have washer and dryer, dishwasher, a yard. I am 6 miles away from Camelback Mountain.
And 1,000 miles away from culture.
Oh, it's so great. Maybe my neighbors don't have any teeth. Who cares? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's rough up there. You know, you could
I
just
couldn't
buy
live like
a
that.
gun and just
America.
well, in Pennsylvania, you can buy one real easy.
Yeah.
And
Maybe I'll get a gun.
you know, don't.
No.
You don't need one.
There's really no reason.
No,
I can't
you
think of one
definitely-
reason to have a gun.
Nope.
For me, personally.
For you. I mean, for me in Pennsylvania, I think I should have one just because the neighbors all have one. But that
Mhm.
is
If they all fucking team up, if they have a meeting without you, like a neighborhood meeting, they go, let's just rob Mara. Should we do that? What do you think? Are you open Thursday? To rob and kill and
they come over all the
someone
time.
goes, rape. No, come on, Gary. Go.
My neighbors do come over often to my house.
To rob you?
No, they're
To scope the joint?
well, the boyfriend's usually there, so and
Nice.
they love him. They love him.
They love Dave.
A lot. And
Great.
so they just won't leave the house either.
Mm.
I hope they don't listen to this, but I do love them, and they come over too much.
I'll fucking jack your shit.
they could, and there's a lot to jack in there. It's like, but I do have all that ring lights, not ring light.
Yeah.
I have a ring
They
light.
think you have a ring light factory.
I gotta end this because
Okay,
we're way
thank
over
you.
time.
Thank you. Over
Okay,
time.
wait.
Wow.
I want you to promote your
My everything. My everything.
your
Bapo,
album,
bapo, bapo.
mostly.
Yes. Okay, I'll start like this.
Speaking of supporting comics,
Twitter and Instagram at Brendan Sagalow. Follow me on both of those. I'm on everything at Brendan Sagalow. Secondly, listen to my podcast, Here's the Scenario. It is a new podcast with Mike Feeney and Mike Cannon. We go over certain scenarios and moral questions and what-if questions, and we ask each other a bunch of stuff, and we got a good dynamic. But third of all, the most important, get my album. It's called Not Now More Than Ever. You can listen to it for free on Spotify, but if you pay for it, I'll suck yo dick.
yes, go grab that album and follow H&A Pod on Instagram. Follow Brendan Sagalow, however you the last name.
Sagalow. Christ. You're going to remember the name.
No, I do. And follow me at Mara Merrick. Love you guys. Yes, we do love you, fans. And if you guys want to share your dreams, your hopes, your aspirations, hit those DMs. All right. Later.